The Flint's Keychain is back with another arcade port. Today it's Popeye for the Odyssey 2. Let's go ahead and take Popeye, let's pop it in my Odyssey 2 and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Popeye was published by Parker Brothers and carries a copyright year of 1983. It is based on the 1982 Nintendo arcade game. It was not released in North America, but came out in Europe and Brazil. For this review, I'm using a Brazilian cartridge, which works perfectly fine in my North American Odyssey 2. The European manual opens with the following. In this game, you're Popeye, and your goal is to catch all of Olive Oil's hearts before they hit the water and sink, or before Brutus knocks you overboard. For each 100 points you score, you'll advance to the next and more difficult round. Good luck! Popeye is a platformer for 1 or 2 players with one standard mode of difficulty. This port only contains a version of the first stage from the arcade game. Your goal is to move Popeye with the joystick collecting hearts while avoiding Brutus. The screen has 5 rows of platforms, with the manual referring to the bottom row as Platform 5 and the top row as Platform 1. You start on the left side of Platform 2. While on this platform, you push the joystick towards the middle while pressing the button to attempt to punch the bucket in mid-air. It's not the easiest thing to pull off, but if you time it just right, it could fall on Brutus's head, temporarily freezing him. In the middle of Platform 3 is a ladder you could take down to Platform 4, but once you head down, you cannot stop and you can't climb back up. It's also invisible when the bucket is on the screen, but it still can be used. There are sets of stairs you can climb up and down to go in between Platforms 4 and 5. There's also elevators on each side. To get on one, you have to get your man halfway into one of the edges. The elevator will automatically pick him up and either drop him off at Platform 1 or 4, depending on which way it's going when you get on. You touch hearts to pick them up. If a heart falls into the water at the bottom of the screen, you need to pick it up by standing over it and pressing the button. If you take too long, it will flash, warning you that if you don't pick it up soon, you will lose a life. Brutus will try to get you. He can travel on Platforms 3 and 4, but he can also reach for you or throw bottles if you are on the same platform. You could try to punch the bottles for points, but it's difficult to pull off in this version. On the bottom sides, a green circle can show up. Punch it and Popeye will change colors and can touch Brutus to knock him out for a while until Popeye turns white again. This version may be slightly different from the European version. The Brazilian version multiplies all scores by 10, so in this version, the difficulty increases every 1,000 points. I also saw a video where Brutus threw bottles downward, which never happened to me, so it might be in the European version, I'm not sure. The top right shows you which life you are on, starting on life 1 and ending at life 3. You lose a life when Brutus or a bottle touches you, or if a heart stays in the water too long. Lose all 3 and your game is over. Get a high score and you can enter your initials using the keyboard, but resetting or turning off the system will erase your score. 2-player games work a little differently, as player 1 controls Popeye and player 2 controls Brutus. The European manual says that the 2 players take turns switching sides and scoring points, and that may or may not be the case in the European cartridge, but on my Brazilian cartridge, player 2 only controls Brutus and doesn't score any points at all. As Brutus, the button reaches down or jumps up to get Popeye when he's below or above, and throws bottles when Popeye is on the same platform. Holding up or down long enough switches between Platforms 3 and 4. Scoring wise, you get 100 points when you touch a heart on Platform 2, 90 points when you touch a heart on Platform 3, 70 points on Platform 4, and 60 points on Platform 5. If you get a heart that's already in the water, you'll get 50 points. If you knock out Brutus, you'll get 40 points. If you drop a bucket onto his head, you get 90 points. And if you punch one of his bottles, you get 20 points. Graphically speaking, we have a mixed bag. Sometimes objects can temporarily disappear, like the stairs when the bucket is on screen and hearts near the bottom stairs. As is the case with most Odyssey 2 games, the game has a simple and blocky look. Popeye looks like a standard Odyssey 2 man, Brutus looks like a green Frankenstein, and Olive Oil looks like a generic girl. However, the animations for Brutus, and especially Olive Oil, are actually quite good for Odyssey 2 standards. Sound and music-wise, you have basic Odyssey 2 sounds, but a surprisingly good Popeye theme when he's energized by the spinach. Family-friendly-wise, the game would most likely get an E for everyone rating it for release today. Currently at PriceCharting.com, the game has a value of $42 loose, $57 complete, and $114 new. However, the game rarely shows up on eBay in the States, so the prices can easily fluctuate. So what did I think of Popeye on the Odyssey 2? At first glance, this looks like a pathetic port that probably shouldn't have been attempted. Graphics are very sparse and you only have one level, but it's actually not half bad for what it is. Brutus and Olive Oyl look good for Odyssey 2 characters, the Popeye theme is well done, and it actually gives you multiple lives, whereas most Odyssey 2 games are single life games. Brutus starts out ridiculously easy, but becomes more challenging as you score more points. Once I got used to this version, I actually found myself enjoying it a bit, wanting to improve my score. I also like that it allows the second player to control Brutus, an option not seen in other versions. So where am I going to rank Popeye? Neither high nor low. I like Alien Invaders Plus more at 5, but I will definitely put this over Blockout Breakdown at 6. So out of the 8 games I've now ranked for the Odyssey 2, Popeye is eating his round-shaped spinach at the 6th position. Popeye is really scaled down on the Odyssey 2, but still has some enjoyment to offer. But that is only my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter, and click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. At this time, I'd like to thank Robert M. for nominating today's game and generously supporting the show on Patreon. If you get at least $1 worth of entertainment per month from these videos, please consider joining my supporters at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Not only will you help keep the show going, but you will also have a say in some of the games I review. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care, and whatever you do, don't let Olive Oyl's hearts drown.